So, as you all know, I believe a lot of you have seen this video of the Nigerian police force during stop and search telling somebody you are lucky that you are not an Igbo, because if you are Igbo, you could have been detained during stop and search. And they have checked the guy's document, because you can see it clearly on that video. They checked his document and they found out that his document is correct. Everything is perfect. But they refuse to let the guy go. They still hold his documents because they want the guy to give them money, because they want a bribe. This guy has presented his documents, his driving license, and everything is correct, but the Nigerian police still hold on to it because they told him to do something better, because they want that guy to give them money. They want a bribe. And he was telling him clearly that if he was Igbo, he could have been detained. So the question should be, how many Igbos has been detained by the Nigerian police force just because of their Igbos? How many? And how many Igbos has been sent to jail by the Nigerian police just because they are Igbos? This is the question that we should be asking the Nigerian police. And the IG of police, you should be the one to answer this question. How many Igbos has been detained under your watch just because they are Igbos? And mind you, this thing does not happen only in the police force. It happens inside all the security agencies in Nigeria. Igbos are the majority that imports goods into this country called Nigeria. If they tell you what they go through in the hands of the Nigerian custom officers, you will weep for the Igbos. A lot of them have laid this complaint, but at the end of the day, nothing is being done about it, because these guys are Igbos. The people who are importing this thing, the people who are being affected mostly in this transportation, in this importing goods, and this kind of, getting involved in this kind of stupid behaviors of some of the Nigerian police force. The people who are getting affected most are the Igbos. And you can see it clearly. They are saying it on air. So automatically, these videos that we have been seeing, that people are complaining of all this kind of behavior by the Nigerian police, it is true, because today you have heard it from their mouths. The people, the Igbos who are importing goods into this country, if they tell you what they go through in the hands of the Nigerian custom officers, you will weep for them. It happened across all the security agencies across the country. The Nigerian police are not the only one doing this, having this kind of behavior and this kind of mindset. Every day you hear one news about Nigerian police, their badly behavior. You all remember this Ogenemi something from Delta State, who was extrajudicial, unalived by the Nigerian police force. And I keep saying this, that Nigerian police, the average of Nigerian police have the same mindset. You can see clearly on that video that even when that guy was telling him that what you are doing is wrong, you can see that his colleagues are there and they are aware of what is going on there. But none of them came there to tell that policeman that you should not be doing this. This is not how Nigerian police should be operating, because they all have the same mindset. They all have the same kind of behaviors. 99% of Nigerian police have this kind of mindset. There are very, very few that works according to the law of this country. A lot of them work with this kind of mindset. And that is why whenever you come across the Nigerian police checkpoint or wherever, you will always try to find a way to record and video every single thing that happens there, because automatically they can change the whole narrative every single moment and put a very heavy allegation on you to set you up and send you to jail. That is exactly what Nigerian police is doing. And as you all can see, look at this story that Very Dark Man actually brought out recently about the AIG. Mushu from Lagos. I can't pronounce his name very well. That he was allegedly teamed up with some certain individual to set somebody up of a murder case in order to send the person to jail. That is the mindset of a lot of Nigerian police force. A lot of criminality and unprofessionalism going on inside Nigerian police force. A lot of Nigerians has been unalived by the Nigerian police force, and at the end of the day, they will lay one heavy allegation on you, something that you know nothing about, and they will use it to send you to jail or unalive you at the end of the day, and nobody will know exactly what happens. Even in the one that happened in Delta State, this young man that you guys have arrested was busy telling you that I will definitely take you to the person who sent me this. You have handcuffed the guy. The guy was just sitting on the ground. You cocked the gun. You fire the first shot. And your colleagues are there. None of them was able to tell him that this is not how Nigerian police should be operating. And that is why I keep saying that 99% of Nigerian police force are having the same kind of mindset. They all have the same kind of behaviors. It's just that the ones you have not seen, that they keep manage to hide their own crime until the day that they will definitely be exposed. That is when you know that they are not different from others. Even the ones reporting this news, even the one giving a conference, the one claiming that they have arrested these people, they are not different from these people. They all have the same mindset. They all do the same thing. It is just that their own has not officially exposed. They are still hiding it and they are still getting away with it until the day that they will be exposed. That is when you will understand that all these police, they all have the same mindset. Because whenever you see them committing a crime, they don't do it alone. They are always 4, 5, 3. And you can't see any single one of them to approach and say that this is wrong, this is not how Nigerian police should be operating, and this should not be done. You can only see them saying it when some certain police people have been arrested, or called out for their crime, and they have no way to hide it anymore. That is when you will see them coming out to say that this is wrong, this is not how Nigerian police operate. But a lot of them, even the ones who are telling you that this is not how they operate, they do it, but because they have been exposed. So the question to the IG of police is, how many Igbos has been detained just because they are Igbos? Not because they committed any crime, but because they are Igbos. That is why they are being arrested, detained by the Nigerian police force. And how many Igbos are in prison today because they are Igbos, not because they committed any crime? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the one person, is number one person as of today. We all know that he's in prison today by the Nigerian government, imprisoned by the Nigerian government, not because he committed any crime, but because he's an Igbo man. And a lot of them. A lot of you have forgotten that there is a man called Ezendi Igbo in Lagos. The man is still in prison today. And what was his offense? He said that if Yorubas keeps allowing thugs to destroy the shop of the Igbos and stealing their properties, he is going to invite IPOP to secure the shop of some of these Igbos. And that is the reason why this man was sent to prison. Oni of Ife in Lagos openly said that if an Igbo man does not vote for Tinubu, they will throw the person into lagoon in Lagos. Till today, he's still walking free. So many of them have made a lot of comments like this, and today they are still walking free. Sunday Igboho is not different from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Today he's gallivanting all over the state, across the states of Nigeria, because he's a Yoruba man. The question should be, how many Igbos are in prison today because they are Igbos? This is the question that Nigerian government and the IG of police should answer, because this is getting out of hand. And this fire that you people are trying to set on this country, that fire is going to burn very soon. Maybe after this second burn, after this fire has burned, maybe until then, history will now be returned to school, because the history that we are not taught in the school, I think, is affecting everybody, and that is why everybody is just misbehaving and doing anyhow they like. A word is enough for somebody who wants to learn. Igbos has taken a lot of nonsense from you people in this country, and it is high time we challenge every single step of this nonsense that we have taken from you people. Enough is enough. The earlier we realize this and do what is right, the better for all of us, because the way this country is heading right now, very, very soon, this fire that you people are trying to put on this country is going to burn. And when that fire burns, maybe after that fire, the history that was removed in school will be brought back, so that when people read history, they won't go some certain extent to behave the way that Nigerian police and some of these Yorubas are behaving today.